Okay, now see this one. This inner calipers are used to measure the diameter beta, internal diameter. ఈ షాప్ చేస్తున్న చూడు halo లాంటి దానికి whenever there is an halo body, we'll keep this halo body inside of this one and adjust the screws. So this tool is been used to measure the internal diameters. And this one is measured, this is used for measuring right now for me what? External diameter or thickness I can say.
Yes.
Okay, outside calipers. This scale is known as of your main scale beta. So readings కనిపిస్తున్నాయి కూడా 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. This one is known as of your main scale in the inches or కింద వచ్చేసి mm. And last లో ఇది చూడు ఇది డెప్త్ మెజర్ చేయడానికి ఏదైనా గ్లాస్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ పెట్టామనుకోండి సో దీనికి మనము ఇంక్రీజ్ డిక్రీజ్ చేసేసుకుని వీ కెన్ మెజర్ టు వాట్ డెప్త్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అనేది కండిషన్ లైక్ హాట్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయనుకో దాంట్లో మనం చేయి పెట్టలేం కాబట్టి వీ కెన్ కీప్ దిస్ మెటీరియల్ ఇన్సైడ్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ మెజర్ ద డెప్త్ ఆఫ్ దట్ వన్ ఓకేనా.
Yes.
చూడు ఈ పైన ఏదైతే డార్క్ లా కనిపిస్తుంది చూడు దిస్ వన్ ఇస్ నోన్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వెర్నియర్ స్కేల్. దిస్ పార్ట్ ఇస్ నోన్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వెర్నియర్ స్కేల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ రిలేషన్ ఓకేనా. పైనదేమో రీడింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్ ఇంచెస్ అండ్ డౌన్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ యువర్ mm 0 to 10. చూడు ఇక్కడ ఉందా కనిపిస్తుందా?
Yes sir.
Okay, so inside caliper jaws are used for what beta? To measure the internal diameters. The down one outside calipers are used to measure the thickness or outer diameters. This locking screws are being used to move the vernier calipers front and back, and the main scale is known as always taken as mm in the downward and upward is in inches. And the last part of this one, this is a depth probe that is used to measure the depth of an liquids. Okay. Let's see the formulas what you will use in this one. To find the least count, of vernier scale, or we can say vernier calipers, will represented by least count is represented by LC is equals to your 1 main scale reading minus 1 vernier scale reading. Okay, so what is the least count beta in the vernier calipers? Least count reading will be equal to your 1 main scale reading minus 1 vernier scale reading. So this one is your main scale right now for me. This one is known as of your main scale, and this one is your vernier scales. Okay, this one is your main scale, this one is your vernier scale. 1 main scale reading will be minus 1 vernier scale division will give me the least count. Okay,
yes.
na?
Yes sir.
Sure. So MSD is known as what beta? Main scale division. VSD is known as of your vernier scale division. Okay.
Yes sir.
MSD is your main scale division and VSD is your vernier scale division. Very important topic beta. JEE mains la regular question untundi from errors and as well as of your measurements. Errors chesava? Have you done with the errors?
లేదు సార్ ఆ చాప్టర్ చేయలేము.
Okay, fine, no problem. It should be this one. So got an idea? Least count is equals to 1 main scale division minus of your 1 vernier scale division.
Yes,
let me give you one small question for you. Say a vernier caliper has 1 mm on main scale. Okay, vernier caliper anedi okay instrument name kada has how much beta 1 mm on your main scale, and it is telling that it has 20 equal divisions. 20 equal divisions on the vernier scale. On the vernier scale with match with 16 main scale division. Okay, Now see, for this vernier calipers, the least count is how much? The least count is dash. See the question first once again, beta. Important model. Vernier scale has how many divisions, beta? 1 mm on your main scale.
Yes,
And it
sir.
has how many divisions like that? 20 equal divisions ఉన్నాయి అంటున్నాడు. అవునా కదా? అంటే ఇది ఉందా చూడు 0 to 10 ఇలాంటివి. సో మధ్యలో రీడింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయి చూడు 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 like this 0 to 10, isn't it? Then 20 to 30. Now see here, 0 of this one is coinciding with your 18 or 19 of your main scale division. దీంట్లో అయితే అవునా కదా? So this
Yes.
0 of vernier scale is been coinciding with your 18 or 19 of your main scale division. Okay. Now read the question. A vernier caliper has 1 mm on your main scale and it has 20 equal divisions on the vernier scale. How many divisions on the vernier scale, beta? 20. అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? What is telling in the problem? It has 20 equal divisions on the vernier scale, which matches with your 16 main scale divisions. అంటే 20 vernier scale divisions is matching with your 16 main scale divisions. అంతే కదా వాడు అంటుంది?
Yes, sir.
That means one vernier scale division will be equal to how much, beta? 1 VSD will be equal to 16 by 20 MSD. అంతేనా? అంతే కదా?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the least count formula? Least count is equals to, so what is the formula I told you? Least count is 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division. So I can write here 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division, isn't it? So that is equals to your 1 MSD minus 1 VSD is how much, beta? 16 by 20 MSD. So that means this will become for me 1 minus 16 by 20 main scale division, isn't it? So 1 minus 16 by 20 and 10,000. How much it will be?
4 by 20.
4 by 20. అంతే కదా?
1 by 5.
So that will be equal to 1 by 5. అంతే కదా?
Sir, yes, sir.
1 MSD ఎంత ఉందన్న? In the given problem, he told that 1 MSD is equals to 1 mm.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, least count will be equal to 4 by 20 into 1 mm. Okay. Antenna?
Sir, yes, sir.
So that will be equal to how much, beta? 0.2 mm. Got it? 4 by 20 is how much, beta?
1 by 5.
1 by 5. 1 by 5 is nothing but 1 by 5 into your 1 mm. 0.2 mm.
Yes, sir.
Antenna?
Yes, sir.
Got an idea? Chusko malo sare. So we are just using the direct formula. 1 main scale division is equal, 1 vernier least count is equals to 1 MSD minus VSD. Given in the problem for is that 20 VSD is equals to 16 MSD. So I got from that one VSD value, a substituted value and simplified it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ ట్రై చేస్తావా?
Yes, sir.
చలో ట్రై చేయి. 1 centimeter of the main scale of a vernier calipers is divided into 10 equal parts. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The question is, if 10 divisions of vernier coincides with 8 small divisions, 8 small divisions of main scale. So the least count of calipers is, that means vernier calipers. Can you try it, beta? 1 centimeter of the main scale of your vernier caliper is divided how many parts, beta?
10.
10 equal parts. But what I want to know, 10 divisions on vernier scale coincides with your 8 small main scale divisions. That
Yes,
means
sir.
10 VSD is equals to 8 MSD.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? That means 1 VSD is equals to how much, beta? 1 VSD is equals to 8 by 10. How much? MSD. So what is the least count formula, beta? Least count is equals to your 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that will be equal to how much for me? Least count is equals to 1 MSD minus 1 VSD is how much? 8 by 10 MSD.
Yes, sir.
So that will be equal to how much? 1 minus 8 by 10 MSD. 1 minus 8 by 10 and 10th.
1 by 5.
1 by 5.
5.
Yeah. That means 2 by 10 MSD. Antena?
Yes, sir.
Now what is given in the problem, beta? 1 centimeter of the main scale of the vernier caliper is divided into how many parts? 1 centimeter of the main scale division of a vernier caliper is divided into 10 equal parts.
Yes, sir.
That means 1 MSD is equals to how much? 1 centimeter of the main scale. 1 centimeter of your main scale. Main scale division is divided into your 10 equal parts.
1 by 10, sir.
1 by 10. That means 1 MSD will be equal to your, how much for me? 1 by 10.
Yes, sir.
This is given for me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That means I can write here right now. 1 by 10 means how much, beta? 1 by 10 is nothing but equal to how much? 0.1 hai kada?
Yes, sir.
Then tell me what will be the least count now? Least count will be equal to how much? Therefore, least count is equals to 2 by 10 into 1 MSD is equals to how much for me? 0.1 centimeter. That means that will come out for me how much? 2 by 100. And then
Yes, sir.
2 by 100 centimeters. That means that will be equal to 0.02 centimeters.
Yes, sir.
What an idea.
Yes, sir.
So you'll be getting this type of a problems for your vernier scale calipers better. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Next one. In a vernier caliper, n divisions of your vernier coincides with n minus 1 divisions of main scale in which length of one division is 1 mm. So the least count of instrument is dash centimeters. Tell me. Can you try it, but see?
Yes, sir.
In a vernier calipers, n divisions of the vernier scale is coinciding with your n minus 1 divisions on your main scale division.
Yes, sir.
That means NVSD is equals to n minus 1 MSD. అంతేనా? అంటే
Yes.
1 VSD is equals to how much beta? 1 VSD is equals to your n minus 1 divided by your n MSD. So what will be the least count? So least count will be equal to your 1 MSD minus main scale division. Main scale division, that is 1 Vernier scale, means n minus 1 divided by your n MSD. So that will be equal to how much beta? 1 minus n minus 1 divided by your n MSD. And ఎంత అవుతుంది? 1 by n?
Yes, sir.
It will be equal to 1 by n MSD. And 1 MSD is given how much beta? 1 main scale division is equals to your 1 mm. That will be equal to 1 by 10 centimeters. Antena? So that means I can write here least count will be equal to 1 by n into your 1 by 10 centimeters. That is 1 by 10 n centimeters.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any doubt in this one?
No, sir. Clear.
So what is the answer right now for this one? 1 by
10.
10n. Least count is equals to 1 by 10n. Okay.
Yes.
So I can even write the least count formula as least count is also called as 1 MSD divided by number of divisions. Number of divisions on Vernier scale. Antena?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Or else that can also be written as 1 least count. Least count is also equal to your value of one part on main scale. On main scale divided by number of parts on Vernier scale. ఇలా కూడా రాసుకోవచ్చు అవునా? So least count is equals to your 1 main scale division divided by your 1 number of divisions on the Vernier scale. Our least count is also equal to value of one part of the main scale divided by number of parts on your Vernier scale.
Yes, sir.
Clear beta?
Yes, sir.
Sure. See some more formulas beta. So if we have done till now this one least count is equals to 1 MSD minus 1 VSD.
Yes,
And least
sir.
count will be equal to 1 MSD into 1 minus of your m by your n. Main scale division divided by your Vernier scale division.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I'm talking about reading beta, whenever you're talking about total reading is always the sum of your main scale reading plus Vernier scale reading. Okay, total reading is equal to how much for me? Main scale reading plus of your Vernier scale reading. Okay, so main scale reading or total reading will be equal to main scale reading plus Now, how do you calculate the Vernier scale reading? Vernier scale reading is equals to coinciding Vernier scale division into least count. అంటే వెర్నియర్ స్కేల్ పైన ఏదైతే కోయిన్సైడ్ అవుతున్నాయో చూడు ఈ వెర్నియర్ స్కేల్ పైన if 2 is coinciding with your 18 or maybe 28, isn't it? That coinciding value into your least count will give me the total reading. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So reading calculate చేయాలంటే what is the formula? Total reading is equals to main scale reading plus Vernier scale reading. Now how do you calculate the Vernier scale reading? Means total reading is equals to main scale reading plus Vernier scale reading is coinciding Vernier scale division into least count. అంటే ఈ Vernier scale main scale తో ఎన్నిసార్లు అయితే coincide అవుతున్నాయో that value multiplied with your least count will give me the total reading. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now we are having two important terms to remember in this one beta. One is known as positive error, another one is the negative error. Positive error ante correct reading ela calculate chesam chudu ikkada. So correct reading will be equal to your true reading minus positive error. Positive error ante enti plus la రావడం ముందుకు రావడం ఇంకా అవునా. So what you will do correct reading ki true reading నుంచి positive error ని గనుక తీసేస్తే that will give me the correct reading.
Yes, sir.
అవును కదా. లైక్ సే మనకు ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ రీడింగ్ కావాలా 0 to 10 కావాలా, కానీ అది 11 కనిపిస్తుంది, ఇంకో 1 ఎక్కువ చూపిస్తుంది అనుకో రైట్ నౌ ఫర్ మీ. అంటే ఇదెంత 11 అంటే ఇదేంటి ముందర ఉన్నది కాబట్టి దిస్ ఇస్ రైట్ నౌ ద ఫ్రంట్ సైడ్. వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ రీడింగ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి బెటర్? పాజిటివ్ రీడింగ్.
Yes, sir.
అవును కదా. సో మనం ఏం చేస్తాము టోటల్ నుంచి రైట్ నౌ టోటల్ రీడింగ్ రావాలంటే ఏం చేస్తాం, టోటల్ రీడింగ్ నుంచి ఈ పాజిటివ్ ఎర్రర్ అనేది తీసేస్తాం. 11 లో నుంచి ఇది 1 తీసేస్తే దట్ విల్ బి గివింగ్ మీ ద కరెక్ట్ రీడింగ్. అర్థమైందా? నెక్స్ట్ వన్ నెగటివ్ ఎర్రర్. కరెక్ట్ రీడింగ్ అంటే మనకు కావాల్సింది 10, 0 ఇది 0 to 10, but it is reading only 9 for me now, isn't it? But how much I need to add it so that I'll be getting my correct reading? +1.
Yes, sir.
So correct reading will be equal to true reading plus negative error. What an idea?
Yes.
So correct reading is true reading minus positive reading or positive error. Negative error means correct reading will be equal to true reading plus of your negative error. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Let me give you 1 or 2 examples. Let's get to this one. While measuring the length of the rod by the Vernier calipers, the reading on the main scale division is 6.4 centimeter, and the 8 divisions of the Vernier is in line with the main scale reading. Have you got the question? While measuring the length of the rod by the Vernier calipers, the reading on the main scale is how much beta? 6.4. And 8 divisions of the Vernier is being in line with the mark of the main scale. That means 8 readings are being coinciding with your main scale. If least count of the caliper is given as 0.01 and zero error is minus of 0.04 centimeter, find the length of the rod. So how do you calculate the total reading beta? Correct reading will be equal to main scale division reading plus Vernier scale into least count minus zero error.
Yes, sir.
The main scale reading is 6.4. Vernier scale reading, how many readings are coinciding? 8 into least count minus of reading. Minus of minus means it will become for me plus. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
So that will be 6.52 centimeter. Positive zero error means when zero of Vernier scale rise on the right hand side of the zero of main scale, then it is known as positive error. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Negative zero error ante when zero of the Vernier scale lies on the left of the zero of the main scale. So negative zero error means minus of total Vernier scale division minus Vernier scale division into coinciding with the main scale. I'll just go saripotundi.
Yes,
But one thing is very clear that if it is negative error, we'll add it. If there is a positive error, we'll subtract it. Got an idea?
Yes, sir.
Let me take one more problem. What topic is going on in the college right now for you?
కాలేజ్ అయితే ఖతం అయిపోయింది సార్. లాన్సెట్ నడుస్తుంది. లాన్సెట్ లో ఇది ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ డివైసెస్ ఖతం అయింది.
Hmm.
థర్మోడైనమిక్ స్టేషనరీ.
Let me tell you one small trick on the vernier calipers. To find least count of vernier calipers, it is also called as slide clappers. So what are you interested? To find least count of vernier calipers. Directly write least count is equals to D divided by your V into your main scale. Okay, so least count is equals to D divided by V into your main scale. What is D beta here? Difference of vernier scale and main scale. Okay, so
Yes,
D is known as what? Difference of vernier scale and main scale. Okay,
yes, sir.
what is V? Vernier scale division.
Yes, sir.
V అంటే vernier scale division. M is nothing but main scale division. Okay na?
Yes.
చూడు ఈ ట్రిక్ కన్నా గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే you need not do the question in lengthy manner. You can do it by generally this formula. Like say I'll give you this question, so try to know. A vernier caliper has 1 mm mark. Has 1 mm mark on the main scale. 1 mm mark on the main scale. Stop. It has 20 equal divisions. It has 20 equal divisions on the vernier scale. On the vernier scale, which match with 16 main scale divisions. 16 main scale divisions for this vernier calipers. For this vernier calipers, the least count is can do it. Sir, question. The vernier caliper has what beta? 1 mm mark on the main scale.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it has how many divisions? 20 divisions on the vernier scale, which will match with your 16 main scale divisions. Okay, least count is how much? అంటే డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమని చెప్పు? డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ వెర్నియర్ స్కేల్ అండ్ మెయిన్ స్కేల్ డివిజన్ ఎంత ఉంది? How much is the difference? D means what? Difference between vernier scale and main scale.
Yes,
How many
sir.
vernier scales are there beta? 20 equal divisions are vernier scale, matches with 16 అంటే 20 minus 16.
4.
4. This will be your 4. And vernier scale reading enta? Vernier scale reading is how much beta? 20 kada?
అవును.
Isn't it? V is equals to how much for me? 20 main scale readings. 20 main scale reading. And that will be equal to how much? Vernier caliper has 1 mm mark on your main scale. Vernier caliper has what? 1 mm mark on your main scale. And vernier scale any divisions unnayana? 20 equal divisions is equals to our 16 main scale divisions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 20 main scale division ante enta? 20 1 mm kada atlantappudu aithe
1/20.
ఎంత అవుతుందన్న?
1/20.
1/20 ఎందుకు? డైరెక్ట్ 20 మెయిన్ స్కేల్ డివిజన్స్ కదా?
అవును. కరెక్ట్.
20 main scale divisions అంటే ఇది ఎంత అవుతుంది నాకు 20 main scale reading will be equal to your 1 mm mark అంతే కదా
Yes, sir.
అంటే అప్పుడు లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ ఎంత అవుతుంది లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ వాల్యూ ఎంత 4 divided by 20 into 1 mm.
Direct now.
So that will be equal to 1 by 5 mm. That is equals to 0.2 mm.
Yes, sir.
అయిపోయిందా లేదా డైరెక్ట్ షార్ట్ కట్ వల్ల
Yes, sir.
రీజన్ జనరల్గా మనం ఏం చేస్తాము మన జనరల్ అప్రోచ్ చెప్తాను చూడండి మనం ఫార్ములా ద్వారా వెళ్తే ఎంత పెద్దది అవుతుంది ఇది I will say 20 Vernier scale division is equals to 16 main scale division రాస్తాం అవునా మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏం రాస్తాం మనం 1 VSD is equals to 16 by 20 MSD అని రాస్తాం అంతేనా దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ ఫార్ములా వేసుకుంటాం లీస్ట్ కౌంట్ is equals to 1 MSD minus of your 1 VSD అని వేసుకుంటాం అవునా కదా అంటే that is equals to your 1 main scale division minus 16 by 20 MSD అని రాస్తాం అవునా
Yes, sir.
దాని తర్వాత దీన్ని సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ చేసుకుంటాం మనం 1 minus 16 by 20 MSD.
Yes, sir.
That means that will be equal to how much 4 by 20 MSD. That is nothing but 1 by 5 MSD. అంతేనా అంటే 1 main scale division is equals to 1 mm. That is given in the problem for me.
Yes, sir.
Least count ఎంత అవుతుంది least count is equals to 1 by 5 into 1 mm. 1 by 5 into 1 mm ఎంత 0.2 mm. ఇప్పుడు ఎంత పెద్ద స్టెప్ అయింది ఇది ట్రిక్ ద్వారా అయితే డైరెక్ట్లీ మనకు 1 స్టెప్ లో ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది
Yes, sir.
అవునా
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure. So అలాంటి వస్తే డైరెక్ట్ నువ్వు ట్రిక్ ద్వారా చేసేసుకో దట్ విల్ హెల్ప్ యూ అవుట్ ఇన్ డూయింగ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు దిస్ వన్
Yes, sir.
ఓకే సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ ఫిగర్స్ గుర్తుందా
అవును సార్
significant figures. I'll tell you here also on small TQC. First one is novel. అంటే ఏంటి no zeros.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no zeros are valid exactly left. అంతే కదా
Yes,
no
sir.
zeros are valid exactly to the left.
Yes, sir.
అంటే like say example 0 0 2 5 6 number of significant figures any
3.
no zeros valid exactly left అంటే దీనికి left value left zeros are no valid not valid
Yes.
అంటే ఎన్ని significant figures అవుతున్నాయి
3.
3. So there are 3 significant figures. What an idea?
Yes, sir.
అదే విధంగా ఇంకోటి చూడు 0.0024 tell me number of significant figures
4. 5.
ఎందుకు 4 మళ్ళా
5. 5.
No zeros are valid exactly left even though there is a decimal.
Okay.
So that will be only two significant figures. What an idea?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. One more. Corona. అంటే ఏంటి చూడు కౌంటింగ్ సి అంటే కౌంటింగ్ నన్ను ఆఫ్ ఓ అంటే ఆఫ్ రైట్ కౌంటింగ్ ఆఫ్ రైట్ జీరోస్ ఓ అంటే జీరో ఓకేనా కౌంటింగ్ ఆఫ్ రైట్ జీరోస్ నాట్ అలౌడ్ అర్థమైందా
Yes, sir.
counting zeros counting of right zeros are not allowed అంటే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడు సారీ like 4500 number of significant figures
2.
చూడు కూడా కౌంటింగ్ రైట్ అంటే ఈ నెంబర్ కి రైట్ లో ఉన్న జీరోస్ కి కౌంటింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్ అలౌడ్ ఇట్ హాస్ ఓన్లీ 2 significant figures వాట్ ఎన్ ఐడియా అర్థమైందా
Yes, sir.
Sure. ఇంకోటి చూడు COVID. COVID means counting of zeros, 1 to 0. Okay, counting of zeros valid if decimals are there. Should C ante counting of, O ante 0, V means valid, I means F, D is decimal. Counting of zeros valid if there is a decimal. What an idea? Example, 24 point like 0500. Tell me what will be the significant figures? Whenever there is a decimal, then last zeros are always counted, beta.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? And non-zero madhyalo unna zero is always counted. So how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, sir.
Totally 6 significant figures. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Sir.
ఏంటి ఏంటనీష్ హలో ఐఎమ్ audible బేటా
Yes, sir.
క్లియరా
Yes, sir.
సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ ఫిగర్ లో అడిషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు గుర్తా మెథడ్ గుర్తుందా వెన్ ఎవర్ యూర్ యాడింగ్ సో లైక్ డ్యూరింగ్ అడిషన్ అండ్ సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ పార్ట్ ఆర్ ఐ కెన్ సేవ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద అడిషన్ how do you write the significant figures? Like say I'm adding 2.5 plus 13.65. How much it will be? 2.5 plus of your 13.65. 13.65, 2.5. How much it is?
15. 15.15.
15.8
16.15.
16.15. So this is your 16.15. So what will be your answer? So we should see the least significant figures, but after decimal and all the numbers are to be added. Then result should also be kept in the least number of significant figures. 2.5
Yes,
significant figures.
One.
How many significant figures are there in this one? 2 gada.
Yes,
This
sir.
one, how many significant figures are there? 4. That means your answer should also be kept in your 2. That means this should be written as what? Approximately. After the decimals, beta, you should see the least number of significant figures after the decimal.
1.
This will be your 16.1.
Yes, sir.
What an idea?
Yes, sir.
Good, yes, sir.
Yes.
25.32 plus subtraction I'm doing right now. Like say this one is 25. Yeah. 25.32 minus 14.1. See how much it is? 25.32 minus 14.1.
11.2.
It is 11.22 actual అయితే
కానీ significant.
ఇది ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి దీంట్లో 3 దీంట్లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి డెసిమల్ తర్వాత this one is also your 3 after decimal how many significant figures are there beta దీంట్లో 2 దీంట్లో 1 that means
Yes,
you
sir.
should keep the answer in the least significant figures after the decimals that means 11.2.
Yes, sir.
What an idea?
Yes, sir.
Even in the multiplication, see beta if I'm talking about this is during the subtraction then multiplication. See, in multiplication, we must see that least number of significant figures in two numbers to be multiplied better. The result should always be the same least number of significant figure. Okay, na? Like say for example, 1.2 into 1.25. Your answer will be equal to how much beta? 1.25 into 1.2, that is 1.500. So in least significant figure ఎంతలో ఉండాలి మనము? ఎంతైతే లీస్ట్ ఉంటుందో మల్టిప్లికేషన్ లా, you must also keep the answer in terms of that only. That means 1.5.
Yes, sir.
అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
పవర్స్ కి సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ ఫిగర్స్ ఉంటుంది అన్నాను. Powers doesn't have any significant figures. అంతేనా?
Yes, sir.
మధ్యాహ్నం మనం ఖాళీగా ఉంటావా?
Timing, sir?
Anywhere after 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock.